stream. Okay. Mamma mia. Okay, where's the Hello everybody. This is my co-host right now, and Armel is on. I'm gonna drop the link. Say, behave. Hi. Okay, behave. Okay. Um, hi Jason. I'm actually gonna post the link so Armel is on the road so he can come in. All right. So show. So Armel, do I have audio? I don't think so. Can you all hear me? I dropped the link. Zeze protesting because Zadie wants to play peekaboo, and Zeze, you just messed my hair up. You know, she wants to play peekaboo, and she doesn't want to be on right now. So, hi Shanna. Oh, you can hear me? I dropped the link, Armel, so you can come in. Oh, I need to bring you in. Okay.
What up? What
Your
up,
daughter is
everybody?
creating quite a fuss here.
Driving fast as I can. I'm driving into the sun. Doing my Home Depot run.
Says it.
You bubbly, Katya.
What?
You're bubbly.
I'm bubbly. No, that's your daughter you're here making noises, man. She wants to go play
Adjust
peekaboo.
your
So I'm
volume.
kind of. Huh?
You're
My body. Oh, I don't sound right. I don't sound right. I need to angle this thing better. Okay, I'm coming right. Is this thing where is that? All right. Armel, how far away are you? Are you on 7? Shese, are you on 7? I can't hear you. You're breaking up. I think it's because you're traveling. You're not very clear. So what's today's topic? Oh yeah. So today's I can't hear you. No sound, Armel. We're gonna play in a little bit, okay? When your father gets here, we can go back and go play, okay? Can you please behave? I give you my phone. I'm trying to bribe you for once with my phone, Zeze. Can you just play by yourself just a little while? Or you could write. Practice writing your name, okay? On my phone. Whichever one. Okay. I can't hear you. I don't think you can anyone here hear Armel? Because I can't hear him at all. Shanna, can you hear Armel? Or is it just me? He's just talking to himself. So he doesn't know that nobody can hear him. Okay. Well, it's chaotic as usual. Because we always got a lot going on. And we're trying to put together some last minute stuff. Yeah, he keeps talking to himself. He dropped off, so but Home Depot really is like 15-20 minutes away. So if he's driving, then he should be maybe 10 minutes away. So I just have to just say the volume a bit. Did I make it louder? Okay, let me fix it, okay? It's too soft. No, that's not what I asked for. Okay. All right, so today's topic is actually called business credit for GunTubers. And like I came up I thought of the topic. It's always sometimes conversations with Armel, right? And
hear you.
Oh,
I
we can
couldn't
hear
hear
you
you.
now. Keep talking. I couldn't hear you.
I couldn't hear you. You
Yeah,
muted
well,
me.
I
You
can
didn't
hear
want to
you
hear
now,
my
but
dad
can you
go,
hear it? Huh?
yo,
You're just, how far away are you anyway? Have you passed Hamilton yet? Okay.
passing the Charlestown side, West Virginia side.
Oh, okay. You're like at least 10 minutes off. Yeah. Okay. So we wanted to talk about business credit for gun tubers. And the topic came up because when Armel said, okay, fine, he's kind of ready to start his channel and so on. I talked to him about, okay, let's try set it up in such a way that, I mean, we're still so young. We still, I mean, we our subscribership is still pretty low, but I wanted to still prepare us for hopefully the moments when we start to really doing well. And once you actually start anything at all, there's always some kind of expense that's involved. And I know having done rehabs and flips and so on, and or even different businesses, sometimes not having business credit set up is a huge hurdle that a lot of small businesses themselves experience. And in fact, I mean, 90% of small businesses tend to fail. The number is actually astronomical, and less than 10% of businesses actually get approved for credit. And it's for business credit that's not tied at all to your social security number, but that's tied only to your EIN of your business. And I mean, sometimes I know some people they start a channel for fun, and the next thing you know, you have something that just blows up, right? And the potential to earn is very much there, as well as of course all the expenses that that comes along as you grow. And you may find that you're using your personal credits and you're using your personal funds to fund your what you love, of course, but also in a sense your business, and in some ways you're hindering your progress. um, One of the things a lot of people don't know is that with business credit you actually get approved 10 times what you normally would for personal credit. I mean, banks actually their credit rating goes up the more they lend, so they actually do want to give you money, and you can get money with 0% interest and so on, all tied to your EIN number, not your personal credit. And and I know it seems for some people it seems like this big mystical thing that how do you do it, and it's really a lot of little simple things that needs to be done, that a lot of us even bypass when we start a business. I myself have made mistakes where you start a business and okay, I registered in my home because it's my home, and then okay, I'm going to use my personal number, or I'm going to use a Gmail address, and it's those little things that actually hampers your ability to get business credit. Like if you try to go and get business credit with not everything in line the way it should be, you'll find that you'll actually be denied the necessary credit that you need. So if you were to even use your personal credit, for instance, to get $1,000 and you got $1,000 credit, with business credit, it would have been 10 times that, where you'd have gotten $10,000 versus $1,000. You know what I mean? And there's really a lot of little things that could be done. For instance, you do need to have a website, be it a one-page website. You do need to have a 411 listing. You do need to have. It's best to use a virtual address, and there's so many inexpensive options for that. You do need to have some kind of phone number that you do, like again, 411 listing. And I mean, there's all these little things that needs to be done to ensure that you can actually grow your business the way you want to. And one of the major things that actually affect small businesses is the fact that they're just run out of money, or even not marketing as well, but run out of money. And sometimes you don't market because you're juggling. Do I buy more material or do I put towards my business versus marketing? Even marketing is such a big part of it because you just don't have the funds. And you next thing you know, you're so cash heavy and you're leveraging so much of your own personal finances that next thing you know You want to be finished, but you don't have the money. And what do you do? And so you go borrow, you become more in debt and that kind of thing. Versus if you had set up business credit in the beginning, or at least try to fix what you have in a very, very short time, much quicker than personal credit, you would actually have the funds that you need to grow. And I mean, this is something that I mean, I've spoken to Amber about it. I myself have mistakes and make mistakes in our businesses, and even some of the mistakes I'm still correcting versus starting up properly, as we did with 2 Hour for Life. But it's like once you set yourself up properly, then success just comes. And there's so many gurus out there who are like, oh well, we can help you with this. And I've listened to a lot of them because I'm like, how do I do it? How do you know? Trying to figure out how to do it properly, and it really comes down to having the right kind of system in place. And I came across this company that have this amazing software that they used. I just decided to also partner with them, where this software actually walks you through step by step how to get to that business credit that you need as well. And it's very, very user friendly. It helps you get up to $50,000 worth of.
Well, let me interrupt your rant. Let me
Okay.
interrupt. Let me interrupt your rant.
You,
It's seriously important in gun tube. You hear me clear? It's something when you gun tubing, right? Because you want, as a gun tuber, this is a gun enthusiast out, and you want to show like flex maybe, but we
Amel,
know that
Amel,
these firearms.
Amel, the audio is not so great at all. Hey, Howard J. Hey, Devereaux.
Okay, I'll be there.
How far away are you at
Yes,
Percival yet?
gun tubing. Can you, I'm past Percival.
Oh, he's speaking through the
I'm about the
matrix.
exit.
Yeah, he's about to tell. It's like going to take the red pill or blue pill. He ran out last minute to go because he's trying
I'm
to
about to
trying
get
to
off
load
the
up
exit
this one. You about to exit? Oh, you're almost at our exit?
in a minute. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So you can just run through the door and come right in. But I mean, the link is there if anybody else want to join in the conversation, and speak about what your experiences are, because I know sometimes we are even. I mean, one of the things that RJ, a regular gun guy, was talking about that I heard a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, and he mentioned about the gun game and actually owning guns, how expensive it could become as a hobby. And I know that even with people who themselves, like I said, who started doing it as for fun, as a hobby, having their gun shows and so on, a lot of it is self-funding, using your own funds and your own credit to get going, versus realizing the importance of setting up for success and actually having business credit. Because in the end, banks don't care what your business is, as long as they're able to lend you funds and you pay it back and so on. And there's so many other things that you could build up to. For instance, I just give an example of a business. When I have a friend of mine who actually owns a trucking business, and I spoke to him a few weeks ago, and then he mentioned that he kind of had to be closing his doors and stop because the repair cost was just too much. So he had a lot of business, but the repair cost was just becoming so much, and the gas bill was, of course, astronomical. That and it was all him personally funding it with his money and driving a circle business, and he didn't have or doesn't have business credits. And unfortunately, that is one of the reasons why he had to be like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Because the fact is, if he had built up to the point where he had a gas card that was, of course, not tied to his social security card, but his EIN, then he would have had like access to a gas card. If he had maybe he had proper credit set up with even let's say Ford or whoever build big trucks, he could have actually bought a big truck, right? If he had the proper credit, then he could properly fund this business and help to pay his staff and still keep going and grow the way you want to. And the fact is, if you're a lot of small businesses really don't know how to take advantage of business credit to grow your business. And of course, with by growing your business, you're able to actually sustain your business and of course attract more employees. Because someone even pointed out that if you don't have nice trucks, then you won't necessarily get a better crop of drivers who are out there. Because it's very competitive. People are always offering, hey, we have great pay, we have best trucks, that kind of thing. So it makes you less competitive if you're not ready, if your business is not doesn't have the available funds that you need to grow. And I was like, that still applies. Gun tubers, it is still a business that you need to be approached as a business. And with that, seek it the same way as you would with funding and so on. And as I mentioned, it's something that does offer us business credit to anyone who's interested. And even to talk about your business and where you're going, and if you're setting yourself up for success, it really is a lot of, you could do it yourself, take you a few years. Or you can have a system that will help walk you through it, show you what you need to do. Very user friendly. Anyone could ping me afterwards. I'll show them how it works and could really help them. And Armel is here. Welcome.
What's up? So this is the thing, right?
Okay.
This is the thing. Got the ring behind her instead of in front of her.
Oh, is that
Come over
it's
here
supposed
because
to be
this
in
is
front of you?
yeah. In front
Armel,
of
the
you.
light is actually worse over there than here.
Because
I
you have to
think.
turn those
Well,
lights
turn the
on.
ring on this way then. Oh, plug it in over there.
She's going got the ring backwards. I can't. That's why I
Okay.
had it over there.
You can plug it over there. Okay,
Why
I'll
don't you
go
just
plug it in. You do it, you do it.
Jesus Christ. So this is the thing. So she decided to have this live about this because as we all know, guns is expensive, right? And we live in this lifestyle, whether it's for being an enthusiast, whether it's competition shooting, hunting, or just collecting like I do because I like this shit. But it's really really it gets expensive really fast. Like the average firearm, yeah, handgun goes for $500 plus. Now, some people could get along with if you just not so much an enthusiast, but into it just for self defense. You get one of those and probably spend another $1,000 on an AR and another couple of $100 on a shotgun. You probably good, real good, But the deeper you get into it, the more it adds up. Then the aspect of getting into YouTube and becoming a content creator and being a gun tuber, then it's get serious. And I see people, you want to promote your channel. So being a gun tuber is a legitimate business. You know, uh,
It is.
this is a legitimate business. It's not it's fun and it's a little side thing that you do that you may enjoy, and I really enjoy it. That's why I got into it. But as
Becomes
an
very
adult,
expensive.
right, even your hobbies that you decide to take public become business, and you have to take these business very serious, and you shouldn't go out and put yourself in debt
In debt to try to keep up.
and put yourself in personally put your personal life in debt to run a perceived business.
Yes.
So the first thing is to separate yourself from the business. Yes, you like your firearms or whatever the heck, but you have to separate yourself. First thing, when we even was coming up with the
What's up,
concept,
Jova Q?
when we were even coming up with the concept, and Jova, I shared some of it with him. I had to pitch it to myself. So I created a PowerPoint. What the hell am I doing on YouTube? What's the ultimate goal? You know what I mean? Did that, right? I shopped it around to some guys, what you think, yeah, yeah, yeah. And they shot me back some opinions. All right, boom. Ready to take it serious. Wrote out business plan, incorporated the business, created the LLC for that, right? Next step,
Get your EIN.
Mhm.
Register with register with your state. Real business. Next step after that, fortunately, we had things in the house that we could pretty much start with, even though we haven't made no content because we got childcare things that we have to deal with. But we have some nice pieces in already before the business was started. But from here on out, we're going to build up from there,
Yeah.
right? But we're going to build up from there, not going into our personal. Everything from here on out is going to be purchased for building the content for our our
Sorry,
business
so it becomes
for
a
this 2 alpha
proper,
life.
tax write-off. And as a rich person said to me, this multimillionaire said to me, "You never go on vacation. Everything's a business trip." So,
Everything's a business trip. And believe it or not, these little things for channel, creating a
okay, see,
website.
Joe said he's taking out loans and getting staccatos and stuff. But the fact is, if you establish yourself as a business, even sometimes without you necessarily having revenue to start with, right? If you establish as a business, you can actually build up to $50,000 unsecured credit in a 6 months to 1 year time, even less for some
Before we
people. Um,
before we even get technical into this
I'm
guy.
just explaining to him that he
Yeah.
could actually, and this is using business credit, not your personal, not tied to your personal credit, but business credit, and get the funds that you need to do whatever you want to do, and
So
still, as long as
this
you
is the
pay it
other
off
thing.
in
I
time.
not understand. You're getting technical on it. So this is the thing,
I need
right?
to go close that fridge. Lady,
This is
close
the
the
thing.
fridge.
This is the
The
thing.
fridge is broken.
My daughter loved the refrigerator. She just opens the refrigerator up. This is the thing, right? The staccatos, the all of it, that whatever it is, you know. I mean, I'm not there. I'm not there yet, and I don't know if I'm going to be in there because I can't see myself paying CAC money for nothing less than for what I consider a AR-15. It doesn't to me. It don't add up. But uh, and I'm relatively close to people who have them, so I can borrow those.
But it's still, but my point is, it's
So
still his personal. He's like he's saying, he's taking on his personal loans. So, and I'm nothing's wrong with taking the fund your passion, but there are ways to do it so you're
I
not
don't think
taking
he's saying
from.
that, Cassian.
No, he says I'm taking out loans and getting cigaros, cacks, and antennas, Armel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but he's not a he's not a gun tuber.
But you could still have a business. You could set this up as a business.
I guess so.
Yeah.
But
You could create.
I'm
You
more
don't
thinking.
no, but you don't necessarily. I'm just saying this is not just. This is for anybody who actually have any kind of business. You can create a business with anything on that. You could say you
Yeah,
have a
so
business.
if you're collecting your guns, it could be your gun collecting business.
You could be a consultant.
Yeah,
Consultant is one of the safest categories to actually be,
yeah,
because you could be a consultant. You could be a consultant. He's actually, we've spoken to him many times and we've had his advice. So he could be consulting. He
yeah.
could create
You
a
could be consulting
consulting
a gun tuber
company.
on cacks and staccatos.
Yes.
You gotta
And
be.
provide advice on
But
the guns
what
that
I'm
you
saying
buy.
is before I lose my train of thought is it gets relatively expensive, and I'm not even getting into the cags or the staccatos or the Athenas or the infinities or anything like that. What I'm talking about is just the bare basics, your marketing material. You know what I mean?
He says he's a technical. He just doesn't have the content.
Yeah.
But
So hold up,
go ahead, sorry.
Cassian. Damn.
I'm trying to be thoughtful here and
Yeah,
still keep
slow
this
down.
going.
Let me before I lose my thought.
Okay, go on with your thoughts.
So I'm saying just website, right? Website costs X amount of dollars. You try to get marketing material. It doesn't cost much, right?
It's a cost.
But it's a cost. If it costs $2, it's a cost that's coming out of your pocket. You see what I'm saying? That's not a cost that should be coming out of your pocket. It should be coming out of the business pocket and using established business credit, ordering patches, t-shirts, XYZ. All of those charges, you know, whether you set up your t-shirts, whether you buy in bulk from China or LA or wherever the heck you getting it from and you storing it in your house, it's taking up space. It's that's a cost.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
instead of putting it on your personal burden, putting it on your personal credit, wearing out your personal credit card by increasing
Your
your
debt, your credit debt,
your credit ratio, your
your
debt
credit,
ratio, your
your
limit,
credit utilization. Yeah.
your credit utilization. Instead of increasing your credit utilization that may harm your personal credit, you have to get into business credit. Mark that thing off on your business card. Maintain your receipts. So establishing business credit is going to help you not just acquiring things, but also managing things, because it's not all jumbled
It's
up
like
and
not, yeah, and it's
you're
basically
not co-mingling what you're doing with your firearm business, your firearm business, whether you're doing content creation or you talking shit like me.
okay. I mean, this, you see, because even Joe was saying exactly. There's a lot of overhead costs. Time is money. You know, I always say
Yeah.
that. Ammo, gas, email, phone. Exactly. So the fact is, the
Your
trip,
range memberships,
yeah, the trip,
XCal,
wherever it is,
$200.
yeah. So wherever it is that you go shooting, that's an expense, right? And the thing is, I mean, it could be like Trump and pay some $150 in taxes. All because it's tied to your business. And I mean, the trip that we're gonna all be making to RGG event, that really
Some
is
of
not
us.
a vacation. That some of us might be going. It's not a vacation. It's a business trip, and all of that should, of course, be done using your business credits, and it all could become a tax write off because it's a business trip. You know, and so basically, what we're trying to point out is that it's really setting yourself up for success by realizing that even whatever that you're pursuing, be gun tubing or any other side business that you have, by setting up business credit is so important for your success. And that's one of the main reasons why a lot of businesses fail, small businesses fail, because they just don't have business credit.
Or a lot of people ideas fail. Like some people
Yeah,
get
not
into.
enough funding. You might run out of
Can
money.
I? Can I? A lot of people like gun tubers, I see they start off and they end up failing because they lose interest. Or like me, I was one of my concerns is I'm gonna run out of firearms. So and then it's like nobody's gonna be interested in it. Where by establishing business credit, creating a business credit, using my credit, using my business credit
To purchase
to
your
purchase
firearm.
firearms, rotate them out however I need. It'll keep the content fresh and rotate firearms out however the hell I need to do without and isolating my personal wealth.
Yes. Um, so I mean,
It'll give me more flexibility. But go ahead.
I know that I'm very passionate about this because I know even with getting into real estate and stuff, I wish, because one of the things they tell in real estate, oh, how are you gonna get funding? Oh, use 401k, you get a private money lender, you get a hard money lender, they tell you all these things, but nobody really emphasized how important it is to actually get business credit. And it seems really daunting because a lot of little steps that you need to take.
And that is just like
But
open up a bank account or something simple. And it's like the
not
simplest thing on the
using
planet.
a Gmail address. Actually, get a proper email address. There's so many.
Or
little
using an
things.
address outside of your house.
Yes, not
that's
using
like
your house.
that's like easy. This stuff is like literally 5 minutes.
You know what? And also making sure that when you register your business, that you have a Duns number, Brad and Dunn Street number. That you a lot of people. Here's something a lot of people don't know is when you ask somebody, what's your personal credit? Almost anybody can give an idea. Okay, well, it's 700, 500, 600, whatever. But if you ask someone who owns a business, what's your paydex score? And your paydex score is like your business, it's like your credit, it's like your credit score, but for businesses, right? Yeah. And you ask them, most people, 95% of the people do not know.
On the other side of it, I'm telling you, I can show my other phone is dead. When you set up your business and you set up your accounts and business, these people throw money at you. What do you need, Armel? 100,000, 50,000. Hey, they throw money at you.
Yes, because banks, a lot of people don't know is that banks' credit rating actually go up the more they lend. And all that money that they're lending you actually is, I think it's insured by the government or something. So even if you were to file bankruptcy or whatever, that money, they already get it back.
They throw money at you.
They make money by lending money. and they're desperate to lend money. So if you, like I said before, if you get approved for $1,000 of your personal credit, you could get that basically is 10 times with business credit, because business credit tends to be 10 times what your personal credit gives you. It's just a fact.
The main thing in setting up business credit, and you could probably talk to Cass, because Cass got all of these things that she has programmed with or whatever.
I got program systems. I mean,
but the
really
most basic, the most fundamental thing, right? And I can talk about create an LLC, C Corp, S Corp, whatever the heck you want to structure it. Get an EIN, register with your state. Go to the bank and open up a business bank account, checking and savings, just like you would for yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get your daggone debit card and then get the ball start rolling. Loan yourself money, not spend your money. Loan yourself money.
Yes.
So when you go to the gun store, you don't pull out your personal credit card and your debit card to make that purchase. No, you send money to that account. You know, most business accounts come, they said, do you want merchant thing where you could swipe a card or take payments? Yes, I want that very much. Because hold up. Because you're going to take the money that you would yourself purchase or loan to your business account to make it, in order to make another purchase for the firearm or the optic or whatever you doing with your channel.
That is true. You can loan yourself money.
You have to loan yourself money.
The point too is that you want to eventually not use your own money,
right?
Because you built up enough business credit.
But you also want transactions on your business account.
But that is your business account amount.
I know your business account.
You're talking your okay.
Yeah, because when you get in business, when you establishing business credit, especially with when these people are throwing large amounts of money, like $20,000 loans, they want to see transaction history from your bank. So those transactions that you're making, right? You need to put money in that account. You loaning yourself money, right? You're going to pay yourself back, but you're loaning yourself money to create purchases, to create in and out transactions, so that it shows that you are a legitimate business and you're doing transactions.
You should officially, I think, write yourself.
You write yourself a check. You can write yourself a check.
Yeah.
You can write yourself a check, and you can pay yourself back. But if you're building your business, make all your business purchases, whether it's your range membership, buying some optics, make it with your business card. Make it with your business card, because you have to see transactions coming in and out. When you set up your daggone YouTube, set it up. They ask for the account information. Put your business account information.
But here's the thing, too, Armel.
For your merch.
If you're using different business cards, business credit cards, different business credit, they do report it to the reporting agencies, and it is known that you are actually transacting business as well, and doing business that actually helps your score and increases your access to more funding.
Right. So he asked about a physical address. Don't use your house.
I made a mistake of using my house. Do not do that.
Do not use your house.
I'll tell you that there are places that you can go. I'll even give you one right now. It's called Anytime Mailbox. I believe Anytime Mail. But they actually have all around the country, I think in the world too, where you could get a mailbox as cheap as $10, $20 a month, whatever. And they'll even send a picture of your mail coming in, or you could go pick up your mail, or they'll mail your mail to you.
They'll forward your mail
to you really inexpensively, and it looks nice and official as a business address that you can use, right? And also that's how you should register your business. Use that address for when you're registering your business with the states. You could get a phone number from, if you want to get a physical phone, you can, but get a girl from like Grasshopper or any of those people.
Bless Rodney Grady. What up?
Hey Rodney, what's up? So there are different steps that you take and things that you do. You also go to NAB to check what your credit is sometimes too. So there's all these little steps that you do to make sure that, once you have all these things in place, and first thing you do is apply for what's called a net 30 credit. It should be from a company like I think Uline. So instead of going Staples to buy your papers or whatever you need for your printer, go online to Uline. You get a net 30, pay it almost immediately. They give you like a $50 credit to buy something. Or a company called Granger, or these different types of companies to first create some credit history, pay it off as soon as possible. Then you use to store credit like Home Depot, Lowe's, that kind of thing. Then you start going into credit lines like Visa, MasterCard, and so on. And this is a process that could happen in a very short time. Like I said, it's much quicker to build up your business credit.
It's 2 to 3 months.
No, well, I would say it's more 6 months is a good timeline or more. Depends on
say
how
2
fast,
to 3 months.
It depends on how fast you do it, because some people build faster than others if they follow the steps as quickly and do certain things as quickly. And it's something that realistically, with the program that I'm using, that I have, and so if you guys want to know more about it, you can literally just spend 2 to 3 hours a month and just do these small little things, and they make a huge difference with giving you the funding that you need to move forward.
But setting up is literally setting up. Well, probably if it takes an hour out of your day, it's going to save you thousands out of your pocket.
Yes.
It's going to save you thousands out of your pocket. And I know some people, I spoke to some people in the gun tubing world. I get around a little bit. I'm new to. We are relatively new channel, but yeah, a lot of people know me. I've been around the gun tubing thing, and a lot of people are afraid of this thing called debt, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I have to say about that thing is today's dollar is that tomorrow's dollar. You know what I'm saying? So whatever that thing Fat Joe be saying, she's like today's money ain't yesterday's money. You know what I mean? So what happens is we don't know what our dollar is going to look like tomorrow, but it might not purchase as much as it's going to do today.
Mm-hmm.
So buy now, cry later. You know what I mean? Because you may not be able to. And I know with firearms, these things are going up by the minute. You see what I'm saying? So these things are insanely going up by the minute. So if you can acquire now for future content and move on.
I mean, one thing's,
Optics. Hollow Suns used to be $200. Now they like ridiculous. But go ahead.
Yeah,
Cass.
I mean, one thing Armin has pointed out is that from the time he first started buying firearms, and then when we look at the price of what he paid a year and a half ago for something versus now, I mean, it's like almost double what everything is going up.
Everything's like double.
So it's if you're able to buy now without necessarily putting yourself in debt and using what we call OPM, other people's money, because that's how you do it, then I surely encourage it to do that. But you need to see whatever you're doing as a business and treat it as such and approach it as a business. One of the things I really admire what are these two guys who had that thing at XCloud, the lights
Guns Out TV.
Yes, when those guys, I remember listening to those guys. I think they were being interviewed by RGG. And they were talking about how they first approached becoming gun tubers. Those guys sat down and they created a business plan. They had a discussion. They had everything laid out where they want to be, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, how they set themselves up. And it was really admiring to hear, well, wow.
Inspiring.
No, what did I say?
Admiring.
Oh, shit. Did I make up a word? Is admiring not a word? I don't know.
Inspiring.
Inspiring. Oh, Mel, that's a good one. So it's really inspiring to hear these two guys talk about how they went about approaching the business of starting a gun tubing show. Yes,
or content
creating kind of show. I'm like, wow, these guys have their shit together, and it was really inspiring to hear them talk. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, and they grew pretty fast by coming up with a proper plan. Because the worst thing you can do is actually all of a sudden you just blow up because something went viral, and then you're like, shit, what do I do next? You're backpedaling, trying to catch up, because all of a sudden everybody want to be your friend, your sponsor, your this or that, and you're not really prepared for them. you
And
know?
with me, when I created my business plan for this 2 Alpha Life, this is a lifestyle. And in my business plan had a goal, and that goal wasn't so much focused on getting a whole bunch of followers, a whole bunch of subscribers, and running. My goal was to build a community and put that community in a place where we had freedoms to do what we wanted to do, and control our own growth. And that blueprint revolved around a concept of an idea from the old record labels, whether it was Def Jam or uh, Bad Boys or Death Row. Being that kid from the 80s and 90s who seen hip hop grow, I seen how that worked, and I know that I was out there as a kid with running out, putting up posters and throwing up T-shirts, pumping, Lord Finesse, Wild Pitch Records, and I know a lot of y'all don't really know about that, but I was out there putting up stickers everywhere, marketing flyers. I didn't get paid for it. You know what I mean? But I looked at that as my contribution to hip hop, you know. But and I'm saying, and I've seen record labels grow and a lot of these artists grow, run around brand Nubians type, putting up brand Nubian stuff all over the planet. And I said this, even with the streaming, the same concept that can be applied the same concept can be applied to, regardless of what. So Rodney Brady said, he said, write the debt off as taxes in the
He said to
taxes.
that if you actually have a business though, versus making sure you properly set up your business. And did you use the business card to buy it? Because sometimes the
The
mistake a
tax
lot of
thing is a little bit tricky, especially that's another reason why it's mandatory that you need to start off a business. Because if you're commingling your funds, and if you're using your personal account, your personal debit card, your personal credit cards, your personal lines of credit to build stuff into your gun tubing thing or building your business, then the tax man comes like, where's the money for this business thing? Or you wasted, or you owe us. Then if you start generating revenue from like say your YouTube channel, you're generating revenue and you got your daggone personal account on there. Uncle Joe want his bread. If you made $10, he want two. Joe
so it's
want
more than
his
two.
bread. And if you got your personal stuff on it, and you could been using your personal stuff to purchase all the stuff to grow your stuff, he's still taxing you as he ain't taxing you as a business, he's taxing you as a person. And believe it or not, the taxes are more lenient as a person. To get the tax write off as an individual requires a whole lot of work and a whole lot of record keeping in order to separate, when you can separate it from the door.
Mhm.
And you can get bigger, better credit from the door
10 times.
10 times. So if you're getting a personal credit card and they say, for instance, okay, we're giving you $1,000 credit limit because you got
That's
so
2,000
daggone, or
or
$2,000.
whatever.
When your business is going 20,000, so it's 10 times the amount. You see
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So if you're getting $100 line of credit from which may be but questionable credit, from maybe just starting off,
Yeah, usually when the problem
it's
is
like
that
$500.
usually small businesses, I mean, starting up is really quite expensive. And one of the biggest reasons, if you ask any small business that failed last year, it was like they ran out of money. And they ran out of money, and most of the time because they didn't have proper business credit set up, or we didn't market enough. But why didn't you market up? Because we didn't have the money to market enough. It's all these little things. It seems, and sometimes a lot of businesses start up without thinking that I'll deal with it later, or maybe later on, maybe when I become big I can get business credit. And that's not true. Business credit is available for any business. Once you have an LLC and an EIN, you can get it. You just got to know how to build up
in
to
in
it.
pa- in past projects that we've done, like when we even structure our house, it's not every house
That's a
or
separate
every
LLC.
renovation is a separate each one
I
is a
have a lot
separate
of
business
LLCs.
in itself, right? So when I'm running a business line of credit, right? Say they give me $100,000. This is has nothing to do with whatever she's on. I just have that simple line of credit. I don't even spend the money. I just have it sitting there just in case. Just in case. Here, take this $100,000. All the money for the renovation was would be separate for that LLC. It
Hmm.
was just I just have the money just sitting there. So it's kept with I paid the money back with the money. This is how crazy this shit is. I paid the money back with the money that's sitting there while the money is gaining interest in the bank account. This is I'm making money by having the money. This is how
But
crazy
you know
this
what
shit
is?
is.
I know with real estate and stuff, but you used to get money, you have to show you have money.
This shit is
It's always
nuts.
interesting when I'm doing any of my transactions. So like, okay, fine, we need to see that you have this amount of money in the bank account. I'm like, okay, but I'm getting like I just did the property that we did was we refi out of it, and we're like, okay, we're getting money back, right? But they're like, yeah, but you need to show that you have money to get that money. I'm like, okay, so if suppose something happened where I didn't have the money at all, then what? I couldn't get money.
You
I
couldn't
couldn't do
get
my
money.
transaction to get the money that I need to
So
get
you
anyway.
so this
So
basically a lot of the times with the business with a lot of the lines of credit that I deal with, I don't even really need, but I have. You know what I'm saying? I don't may not need it at that moment. So if I get $100,000 line of credit, I'm for 2 Alpha Life for this LLC. I'm not going to go out and buy 10 BMTs and that going. No, buy one thing and let that shit sit until I figure out what's next.
to to have a proper plan and
Until
course
I
of
have a
action.
proper plan of course of action. The money is just there available to me as I need it. In the meanwhile, that money grows, is sitting in a savings account, right? It gets some interest, and the interest adds up faster the more money you have in it. You know what I mean? It may not be if you have $1,000 vice $100,000 in an account. And the banks, the business bank accounts tend to get more interest than personal ones, which is a whole nother thing.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, these financial institutions throw money at businesses.
So make yourself incorporate yourself.
Incorporate. I'm telling you, I am
You
telling you.
know, be whatever it is, LLC. I mean,
It depends on
you know
your
what?
ultimate goal.
One of the things like once you start even getting assets and stuff, it's always like own what it said, own everything, control, own nothing, control everything.
And that's what this whole thing is about. Control.
Yeah.
This is the ultimate thing, right?
There's a story about this guy I know is this old man knows a
And control,
millionaire.
it sounds like a bad word,
No, it's not.
but it's not. To me it's not, because I'm sitting here on YouTube, I'm going on Rumble. YouTube already canceled one of my daggone videos. I guess it was just a little bit too much,
Told you.
right? I don't like that. I don't like being canceled out or being controlled or being told what I have to say. But at the end of the day, this is not my shit. You know what I mean? This YouTube is not mine. This shit belong to Google or Alphabet or whatever the hell they call themselves, right? This is not mine. My goal is to have mine, because if they could have it, I could have it. So the ultimate goal of 2 Alpha Life is to create a streaming service that we can have control over our stuff. But that's a buildup. So this is a startup business. We're gonna have our thing. We're gonna talk our crap. We're gonna live our life, and we're gonna display our lifestyle, whether it is guns, golf, watches, travel, real estate, finance, whatever. Because this is bigger than the gun, and we got a lot to say. We not just crazy tactical guys or cowboys walk around with guns on our hip. We're regular people and we do regular shit. And a lot of us, live a life that's not atypical, that we could be proud of. You know what I mean? Some of us cook, barbecue, or whatever. And we shouldn't let people, think that these people are gun nuts. We're
But
regular people. We're just like everybody else.
I mean, this is something I
And
discussed with
and we
Armel
need
in
a
terms of
platform to display our
one of the
lifestyle.
first videos I did was who is a gun enthusiast, and with discussions with Armel in terms of how I wanted this to be, I wanted this channel to be more to look at gun from the
Firearms.
firearms from a multifaceted point of view, right? It's not so okay, fine, let's just talk about guns all the time, which is great, but also in terms of there are so many other offshoots to being a firearm enthusiast, as well as there's so many aspects to all of our lives that we're all complex human beings, and we all like different things, and to showcase that. But I really wanted the focus to be more on not just shooting guns, but discussing topics around being
And
a
we
firearm
have
owner.
really great content creators in our community. Really great and it's like in my world, we have really great carpenters and really great mechanics, but they're not so good business people. You understand what I'm saying? And they find themselves in a cabacle, a tobacco, where they get to a point where they blow up and they don't know which way it's up. They're not Google is literally making more money off of them than they're getting. They're not even the shit don't add up. We need to take control of our artwork. You know what I'm saying? We need to take control of our creativity, right? And at least get something for it. And the only way to do that is to use them as much as they use us. So I'm using their platform to grow my business, not my creation to grow their business. You know what I mean? I refuse to be a corporate slave by and doing something I love. I do that on a daily basis. I do that for the everyday job, and I refuse to do it for something that I am passionate about. But go ahead, Cass, do your thing.
Doing all I'm saying
Anybody free to jump in and say and put their 2 cents in. Put their 2 cents in. Anybody, could jump in and put their 2 cents in if they want to. I'm gonna drop the link.
I think I did that already, but you could do it again.
I'm gonna drop the link here, and I don't know how to do this because this is my old laptop, right? But my new laptop is so much more doper. You know what I mean?
This is the one I use.
Yeah, this is the one she used. She used my old laptop, right? My new laptop is like so much. It just moves smoother. You know what I mean? The touch. You know what I mean?
Well, this is the old new one. Because the other one,
this
spilled juice.
This one is about.
This is the second.
This is the MacBook Pro that's like 4 years old.
Well, Zeta spilled. I was using the other one, and Zeta spilled juice.
This one is 4 years. This one is like MacBook Pro that's 4 years old. The other one is the new touchy touch fingerprinty thing. Yo, anybody feel free to jump in, drop your 2 cents. You know what I mean?
Show this.
You don't have to show that. They see it, not you.
I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I just want to show it too.
Yeah, drop the link. Anybody want to drop in and put their 2 cents in it? But I think it's imperative that we don't get ourselves caught up and we separate business from personal. You know what I mean? And we don't drive our personal shit in debt, but our homes or our cars are online to grow our business or our craft or our hobby.
I mean, I've heard Armel having, I don't call names, but I've heard Armel having conversations with people and they're like, oh wow, yeah, I just use this card, blow up my card to buy this particular kind of firearm, and I'm like, wow, I hope the wife is not too mad.
Yo, brothers be blowing the bag, yo.
Blowing the bag on spending something, and then
cats be hiding their guns underneath the mattress and shit.
Because again, it's using personal funds to maintain your lifestyle, and there's always the option of building that business credit. And again, I'm going to make the plug is that it's something that I do often help with, and it's something that I'm very passionate about. And Zadie brought a patty that I need to go and heat up for her.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Yes. All right. So, Okay, so I'm coming. Yeah, okay, no, come in. Give me a second.
Yeah, so yeah, it's about over an hour past, but I'm gonna give you a little bit more time. But yeah, feel free to jump in. Rodney Brady, Joe Vaught. But yeah, this is bigger than this is bigger than this is more than about guns. You know what I mean? Because I hate to see, like, say for instance, we're gonna host an event, right? Like pretend I'm hosting an event, right? I'm supposed to come out. An event typically,
No.
an event, it actually looks good like that. An event typically costs, I don't know how much an event costs because I ain't never have a daggone event, but I usually I'll have cookouts. How much a cookout typically costs at our house when we have a cookout?
Last time it cost way too much because we did the remember we did the deck.
Yeah,
porch.
that was a
that was way too much money.
That was close to a 20 grand cookout. But that
because
I made I extended my patio. Yeah. It was my birthday party and I went all out.
No, but the guy was a crook though, because I asked him how much it cost. He was like, "Oh no,
yeah." He's like, "How much it costs?"
And
he's like,
the price kept on going up, and the material. And I was like, "Whoa!"
And it wasn't even ready in time for the party.
No, and then he had to.
But just a regular cookout. Your birthday, I have a cookout. About $2,500.
Yeah, because we usually have a lot of people here. We usually have like 50 people in and out of the house.
In and out of the house.
And so we spend a lot. We buy a lot of food.
It's about a $2,500 spend.
Yeah, because
and that's about 30 to 50 people come through.
No, yeah, it's a lot.
And that's no DJs, nothing.
We always have a lot of, like, I mean, I'm a foodie, so we always have a lot of different types of food. And then I turn my sisters into chefs, and they never come here to cook, but somehow they end up being the ones cooking.
So it's lots of food, lots of liquor. It's usually a cookout here is typically about $2,500 to $3,000, some plus or minus some scrap, right?
It's a lot of money on food.
Yeah, and when before COVID, we had cookouts multiple times a year. This is the thing, though. If you're having like an event, like, I'm guessing probably about 10 grand with 200 people, 10, 15, maybe 20 grand, right? That's out of your pocket. You know what I mean? That's out of.
And then maybe we hope for some sponsors come on and give you.
And you hope for some sponsors to come on, to, you know, I mean, but to ease up the cost, right? But with sponsors, they want something out of the cut any motherfucking way, which takes parts of shares of your control of that event out. You know what I'm saying? So how do you alleviate that? You run your own shit, and anybody else who come in is a bonus. You see what I'm saying? If sponsors want to come in, thank you very much. That's a bonus. The supplement. It's a supplement. With the right type of business credit or the right business structure to allow you to have business credit.
Different types of credit lines that will help pay for some of the stuff that you need, the material.
It'll alleviate your stress.
To help alleviate the stress, we don't have to worry about, okay, fine, trying to hurry up and make the money to make up what you need to make up.
Yo, you don't even got to fake it till you make it. I'm telling you, Jova, you ain't even got to fake it till you make it.
It's real.
It's so damn easy.
It's real and doable. It's real and it's doable.
It's so easy.
Anybody can take advantage of it. You just really got to just decide that you're going to take advantage of it. And the fact is, the cost of it compared to how much you end up getting is exponentially way more.
It's not. You don't even got to fake it.
Yeah, because it's so much. We get so much more access to funding.
It's a matter. It's a matter of this: whether I'm going to spend it right now or wait till later.
But you know what? Sometimes
even getting a damn vehicle. Oh my God, we ain't even getting into the vehicle stuff.
But actually not having it sometimes can become, and I've seen that personal where not actually having it can become even a bigger cost.
We're not even getting into the vehicles. Oh my God, that thing is absolutely nuts. So getting a vehicle to just transport your firearms or put your banner on there to promote your brand. It's just the
I
car
mean,
dealer give it to you.
we were just looking at even getting some promotional material for 12 Alive. And I mean, again, there's a cost to that. So if you don't have business credit, that's a cost that you're trying to promote yourself, promote your company. And that's a cost that you've been looking to take out of your pocket. You give Zadie?
Hmm?
I'll give Zadie the patty. Yeah, it's a cost that you're looking to take out of your pocket to try to keep your business going versus if you just in the very beginning start building your business credit, it become less of a cost out of pocket to you versus actually having the credit. And it's I mean it's something I really advocate for. I mean so many businesses themselves they're just need the funding. It's like you need oxygen. It's like oxygen. You need air for your business. It's such a you need sustenance. You need food. Business credit is like sustenance and food and air and oxygen you need for your business to grow. Otherwise it's gonna starve and wither away and it's become way too much and become stifling or and not potentially success it could be because again like 90% of businesses small businesses fail.
And it's better to have and not need and not have.
Yes,
Trust me.
yes. I mean having a gas card with a couple $1,000s is so I mean I we do a lot of traveling back and forth to the lake house and it's I mean the amount of gas that
And it
is
runs like $200 a week, more than that, 200 to
because my
$400 a week.
I drive I have a Mercedes Benz so that's only premier gas that goes in there and I'm burning that shit up and it just is a lot of money in gas so not having a gas card it's a lot of money out of pocket just to try to keep your business going.
And then you got
Yeah.
your range memberships. You know, our range membership varies because we have range and gym. It's $150 to $200 a month every month. You know,
No, if you add Zayd, it's 200 because you wanted to add childcare.
yeah, it's 200 because we added it's 150, it's $140, but we added childcare because we're trying to get there more to make some fresh content for but $200, right? It's
That can become a tax as a tax write
that's,
off
I
because it's
know
going to lose
something.
your
Some
business.
people in Mississippi don't pay $200 mortgage.
Really?
In some states like
Oh.
North Dakota or some shit like that.
How is it still that cheap?
Hmm.
Wow. Maybe you should move there.
Iowa.
You should
I don't
move there.
know.
You should move there.
Mississippi.
No, mortgage too high.
Almontown. They don't pay no rent.
He's talking about my hometown, and no, there's no such thing as rent. Nobody pays rent.
Yo, nobody don't pay no rent. They don't pay no. They want electricity. They climb a pole and connect it to their house.
Yeah, I'm right. Illegal light.
They don't know what bills is.
Yeah, illegal light. They catch that thing. Man, that's how. Remember that our babysitter.
Oh, Joe Var jumping in.
Joe, babe, coming in.
Oh,
Hey,
jump
how
in,
you guys
jump
doing for being late?
in, bro.
Yeah, I'm driving right now. I just wanted to chime in on what you said about like the overhead expenses that sometimes content creators or business owners don't take into consideration. And let's just like really talk about your gun tubers. Like you said, you got your range memberships, you have all of your associated costs with just shooting, whether it's personal protection equipment, ammunition, range gear, also like your gas, your maintenance on your vehicle, especially if you're utilizing your personal vehicle. How do you itemize the mileage or differentiate the mileage between your personal use and your use for your business?
There's a
So,
great app for that, Jova. It's
There's a
called
few great
Mile.
yes,
Yeah, there's a great app called Mile IQ. Very inexpensive, and it tracks everywhere you go. And then you go in and you just log which ones are personal, which ones are business, and it gives
yes,
you a dollar
yeah,
amount of. It's great.
yeah,
Go ahead, though. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
And so you guys bring up I'm sorry, you guys bring up some great points that let me try and turn on the light in here. You guys bring up some great
Don't worry
points.
about it.
Can you see me better? Yeah.
I
You
don't
guys
need to
bring up
see
some
you.
great points. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I look just as ugly in person. You guys bring up
Yeah.
some great points that we don't realize. You know, insurance for your vehicles and everything else. Then also, if you incorporate or have an LLC, and Armel, you mentioned this before, and Cass, I think you mentioned it, you separate your personal assets from your business. So if something that happens on your business, it can't go after your personal assets and sue you for your house and do this and do that. Because it's real easy to send an errant round downrange while you're trying to get content,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes any sense.
Yes, it
So
does.
um, having that money or the funds available to move on things and to do things, it opens up a lot of doors and avenues, and it doesn't limit you to I'm only making content at my local range, which is a piece of open space in the woods. You know, you can give better content, you can give better honest reviews because you're not beholden to a company to say glowing things about their products.
Right. You're not waiting
If that
for that
makes
gun, like that man
yes,
said. What my man from
yes,
Guns Out TV, he said, "What are you trying to give a gun? Nah, I don't need that. Buy my
yeah,
own gun."
yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that was the dopest thing I heard. That he said that on RGG's live. It's like
I think somebody said that too,
I don't
actually.
want you to send me, but you,
Yoki said that too. She
yeah,
buys her own guns.
yeah. I'm not gonna turn one down though. I ain't there yet.
yeah. Well, and it's one of those things. Also, it's based upon what type of channel and what type of space you're trying to occupy. You know,
Hmm.
if you're more into like the maintenance and the functionality of guns, so now you got to buy a whole bunch of tools to perform
Hmm.
said maintenance. If you're just into reviewing guns, you just got to get guns and ammo and a place to shoot them. And
Hmm.
as your channel grows, there's a different requirement for reviewing a pistol than it is for reviewing a rifle or reviewing a PCC, because I want to see what can that rifle do. You know, you just spent all this money on this SR-25, take it through its paces, stretch it out to 800 meters. Well, guess what? An 800-meter range costs different, you know, than your indoor shooting range that may have a 100-meter lane or 50 or 25-meter lane, right?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I think
So,
my long range is a little bit cheaper than the indoor,
yeah,
and we could go out to 3 miles at my joint. At
yeah,
where
no, no,
we do long by, but it's cheap as hell.
yeah. You know, then also like your target arrays. So when you start shooting outside, I like to see footage at target. So now that costs money to
Hmm.
get those types of cameras that allow you to
Hmm.
do that, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
I mean, getting it
So
really. Yeah, you're right. Because to do a
it's,
proper YouTube video, you really need really good cameras and so on, and all these different lights and angles and so on. And that all costs a pretty penny. Or drones, you need drones sometimes. You know, yeah, that all costs a pretty penny to really get those nice professional shots that those big gun tubers have. That all costs a good change.
Hmm.
So yeah, so having the funds for that does matter. Rodney actually said something that I kind of want to address. Get a business card, use it for all that. Yes and no. Let me explain why. When you open a bank account, the bank gives you your business name on a card, right? And you think, okay, yeah, I have a business card. Or they even, or sometimes some people they'll ask you that they'll give you credit, but sometimes, a lot of times, that credit is tied to your personal
Personal
social
account.
security card. So it's not really a business card because if it's tied to your credit, is it truly a card that is a business credit card? You know what I mean? So the whole idea is to try to move away from actually having your personal social security number tied to anything, and everything that you get, all credit is tied only to your business EIN, and you use your Paydex score the way you would your credit score, but it's a Paydex score, which is a score for business to get funding and to get access to capital.
Or
And
your
that's what
done
I'm talking
score
about.
on the other company that does the duns.
Um, the Duns actually provide you with you do kind of it's what do you call it, branch? Does branch you have a number for you? I guess you could call us a spirit. It's just a normal business. It's
Let me
for
see what
that.
it's called.
Yeah, but it is still, but it's using that number because you want everything to be reported to Dun& and Bradstreet, Experian, and what's one of my missing? Yeah, Experian. I think it's Equifax. So they all have business. They all have business credits, and you want it all reported to them. So the same way that you have your personal credit score and it's being reported to all these different places, and there are multiple with personal credit, with business, there are very few places that you do need to have it reported to. So when you do business and transactions with certain companies, you want to make sure that they're reporting your business transaction so that your paydex score goes up. So the paydex score is different because your personal credit is 350 to 850, but with your business credit is actually 100 to 80. 100 to, sorry, it's 0 to 100, and you want to be over 80 and above to consider to be like no risk. If you're in a 90 something score, you could actually get hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of credit just tied only to your social, to your pay, to your EIN, and nothing else.
To
Not
your
your
EIN.
not personal liable. So you can literally, and this is fact, that and many people have done it multiple times, jumped it like 50 million times, where you literally can just file bankruptcy, walk away from that business, and go open another one tomorrow with must change to put
Yep.
put something, put a one beside it, and start all over again, and you are not liable for that money.
Donald
can
gave
walk
you all the
away.
blueprint.
You can walk
Trump
away.
gave you the blueprint.
You can walk.
Yeah.
You can file bankruptcy because of your EIN, and you don't lose your house. You're not liable. You don't feel that you're gonna take anything away from you. You just walk away, and
Well,
that's all federally insured. So
yeah.
don't worry
Hey,
about the bank. The bank is fine. They get that all back.
hey, Cass, that's what I was saying about protecting your personal assets as far as your house, your vehicle,
Mm-hmm. That
your
is true. So
401ks, and
if you
everything else,
actually come
because
in the
everything's going
funds,
after
here's the
that
thing.
business entity.
Yes,
Right.
Yeah.
because here's the thing.
And
If you
like
come in the
Armel
funds,
said,
Let me come on your side.
sorry.
you don't want to commingle funds.
Mm-hmm.
Once
You don't want to co-mingle funds. You don't want to co-mingle credit.
But
for
here's
all
the
types of
go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm letting you finish before I interject.
you definitely set yourself up. I'm sorry, I got bad reception. Once you start commingling and using your personal lines of credit, and your personal asset, you set yourselves up for all types of or sued or anything like that. And like you said, Cass, if you just walk away from it, no, nothing to anything back. It's a business line of credit. You open up another business, or you have nested LLCs and S corps, and now you're doing business as Jovar Q, Jovar R, Jovar S.
Yeah, you could just change one letter, one word, one letter.
Nah, because
But here's another caveat. I wanted to.
she gets real excited. So if you don't understand what the hell she talking about when she talk about finance, she can't get it.
I had something good to say, and I
You ain't
forgot
got
it.
nothing to say.
I had good
Because you get too excited. Keep
No,
yourself
I
notes.
had no. I shouldn't have note of it. No, it was a really good point. Oh my gosh. Oh yes. By commingling funds, actually, you know that when you actually create an LLC, S corp, whatever the hell you want to create, right? Except of course, sole proprietor. When you create one, you actually have a corporate veil. And by the way, a corporate company is considered to be a person. Remember when they passed that law a couple
Yeah,
years
you're a
ago?
goddamn
Yes.
person.
Yes, considered to be a person.
Yes.
But here's the thing: if you commingle funds, you actually pierce that corporate veil that protects you, and they could then go after you personally,
Right.
because you've been
Yep.
commingling funds. So if you really keep everything separate, your business from your personal, and really keep it separate and not commingle, then if you should decide, no, what, fuck it, I want to not, I know I don't want to pay back this $100,000 because I need to file bankruptcy with this particular company. You file bankruptcy with that company, whatever you want to do, file it, move on. Tomorrow you open another one and just add one, put a one to it or something.
And the big mistake that I'm seeing,
it's
like,
still
let
another
me
company.
reiterate it. The big mistake that I'm seeing, especially like I've been around the gun tubing thing for about 2 years now, just as that dude in the crowd, going events, visiting everybody. made a lot of friends. You know, this community is really, really, really good. The thing that I'm seeing, they're setting up the channel, getting the followers, but when they get their thing from YouTube, where they get a check from YouTube, or what do they call it?
It's monetized.
Monetization.
When they get monetization, right? It's going into their personal daggone thing, which leads it to all kinds of crazy fuck.
Yeah.
And then they wonder out when they find out they get their damn taxes, they owe some X 1700 damn dollars.
Well,
Or
see,
20,
also
I
one
mean,
of the
however
things.
much money. I was just throwing that number out there, but
Yeah,
it's a number that I heard.
Armel, also one of the things is a lot of times we don't know how to structure a business, so we don't know anything about reserve capital. And I'm glad you said that you keep those business loans in the bank, because that's reserve working capital. And people don't know about working capital versus net and gross income and earnings. And then also you have to pay yourself. You have to pay yourself from your business, because if you don't, again, you potentially set yourself up for tax liabilities later on. And
No,
I'm
what
not.
happens is that's a whole different thing. I'm gonna get to the pay yourself thing, right? So the pay yourself. Oh, this is RML. The pay yourself thing is the money that I'm putting in out of my personal and lending to the business, and I got into that. I want the loan. The payment with me paying myself, I'm paying myself X amount of money, but it's an IOU. So in
Yes,
case this
yes,
shit blow, that RML 771 to Alpha Life owe RML some paper. You
exactly.
see what I'm saying? So
Yes,
that is an expense that to Alpha Life has to pay RML. That's if it start blowing and it get to a certain point, the first payment that the first payments that it get is not profit for the business. It's to pay back one,
yeah.
the loans that it received from RML.
You got to
Two,
pay your creditors back.
RML's paycheck for running this damn thing.
Yeah, you
You
got to
see
pay
what
your
I'm saying?
creditors back, man. Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
pay your creditors back.
yeah, but I don't pay myself that much. I only pay myself how much
A
I pay
dollar.
myself.
Yeah.
I don't pay
Well,
myself that much.
We haven't
Well,
been around
that's
that
what I'm
much yet.
saying, because if you're generating revenue and everything else, but you don't have any employees, you're not doing this. Now you have to account for that. So it's always, as a tax write off, have an employee that, whether you pay yourself a dollar and you pay yourself in stocks, right? Whatever, however you structure it, so you lessen the tax liability on your corporation. And that's what I'm talking about, structuring it. You know, we're not dealing with billions of dollars, but it helps out.
Yet, yeah, I'm on some P Diddy shit for real. I'm on some P Diddy
That
shit.
was funny that you showed me where P Diddy was like,
Yeah,
I'm paying you off, so I don't do shit.
I'm on some P Diddy shit because I seen it. You know what I mean? I seen
I don't think I took your scissors.
for real. I seen hip hop. I seen Sean Combs. You know what I mean? I seen Diddy. He used to throw parties like regular ass dude. He used to throw parties up in Harlem, up in New Rochelle. You know, out that's where he used to live, out Mount Vernon, New Rochelle
Yeah,
area. He used to throw parties up there at bars. You know what I mean? Dope ass party, and I'm near. And then I seen like regular ass dude just do the dopest ass parties. You know what I mean? He just throwing parties. Everybody knew him. He show up. Got to go to Brooklyn. He had this party. He used to do a party like every Thursday in Brooklyn. He called it Planet. It was just a warehouse. He just ran out of a warehouse, had a bunch of DJs playing music, and that was it. I seen it. You know what I mean? Now I see Sean Combs, the billionaire. You see what I'm saying? So this shit is achievable. I seen it written 1,000 times. So I'm at the point where I could do that too. You know what I mean? Even though I think the music thing is going, but this YouTube thing, this is pioneer territory. You know what I mean? But we just have to do what Sean Combs did is we got to kick them out or give them less of a cut and control our own creations. You see what I'm saying? And that's the ultimate. So the billion, it's not beyond me because I've seen it done before. But the learning curve, And we've been fortunate enough to run all kinds of crazy businesses. Some made a lot of money, others didn't. You know what I mean? So it's not. But what that did do is give us the experience. So when we approach this, okay, when we going to launch the channel? They've been telling me to start a channel for like 10 years now. I was like, get a channel before the guns, because I was just going to call it The World According to Armel, because I'm so opinionated about stuff that everybody thought it was funny. It says, get a channel. You need to get a YouTube channel. I was like, nah. The day that I decided to do it, very first thing was throw a pitch, see how it sounds. Second thing, create a business plan. Third thing, incorporate this business. Fourth thing, open up a bank account. You know what I mean? Fifth thing, establish business credit. Do all the things to establish business credit. Set up an address, outside address. Set up a outside phones, separate phone number, not my personal. Set up a dispatch service. All this shit was cheap. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Paid for out of the money that I loaned to Alpha Life, right? Set up a article organization so that I don't necessarily have to be there, or I don't have to pay for everything. Somebody else can do it for me.
Yeah, you got your articles and corporations with your corporate officers and everything else.
Right. I had to set that up, even though they just do what I tell them to do. You see, they don't have no stakes in it or whatever, but they just do what I had to do, have them to do.
But that's one of those things, man. We don't understand like how business works, and like tonight's live, man, was an eye opener, and it's good information, and hopefully people have picked up what you dropped and shit, man.
Yeah, we're gonna revisit it again. We're gonna revisit it some more, but this is just like some. This is because I hate to see brothers got that dope ass content, everything's fire, amazing following, and then Uncle Joe and them start knocking on their door, not on no ATF shit, but on some stupid ass tax revenue, dumb
Taxes,
shit.
man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On some
Taxes will
stupid
get you
ass
for the
shit that
ATF,
don't have
man.
nothing to do with nothing. You know what I mean? Because they
Taxes.
wasn't around people who know the game a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's people
Taxes will get you.
Yeah. There's people, there's people in the game, but a lot of the information as far as finances and I've met people, and I've known people in the game that know these things, but this is the type of information that needs to be shared. You know what I mean? Like I know that brother 2A in LA, he in finance, and I know this other person. I can't pull a name up out of the head, but they CPA. They I mean, they know this type of information, and this community is like I keep saying, emphasizing. We're more than just gun people. We're people, and we do different things. You see what I'm saying? We're
We're
people.
not a monolith.
Yeah, we're people. We do 2A in LA does finance. This person is a CPA, does accountant. You know what I mean? And these are a lot of information that's shared. And if you want to help with building business and business credit, that's the person you talk about. Contracts, setting up stuff like that. She's a plethora of information, and she pays a lot of money and for her education. She paid a lot of money for them degrees.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I feel as if even when it comes to small businesses, we just and there are many passions that I have, and this is just one of them where we're like, yeah, we really do need to make people more aware. And then, like I said, I was having a conversation. I'm like, I really want to talk.
She got trophies. She got trophies. She got trophies. She got trophies.
Why are you doing that, Emma? Put those away. I didn't put my degrees up. You know that. I just whatever. Half my time, I remember the other day. I remember I had an associate degree in psychology. I'm like, shit, I forgot I did that. Joe McHugh just got. I think he. Yeah. Oh, I have to put it back in. Yeah. So we really wanted to talk about this tonight, and if anybody need any help, we could just discuss the situation, and then we could maybe come up with a plan of what would work for
So
you.
so if you know somebody,
Um,
if you know somebody who's doing YouTube or
or any kind of
who or any
businesses.
type of business and they really want to get in and start business credit, just hit me up on IG and I'll connect you and we can have this problem because the information is to be shared, man.
I
Because
mean,
it's
I'd love to show you the software that I'm using. It's just so user friendly and amazing, you know. So
yeah, and just
um,
informational, just
just provide
informational. Let's
information.
exchange, share some information. We know some stuff that could probably help you, and with me, the more the merrier. You know, yeah, and
Mm.
I
And
think that's it. Zadie's fighting back right now.
yeah, I need to go and put it together as well.
Yeah, Zadie's not having it.
No. So I mean, thank you all.
Thank you all.
And I'm gonna post a video about this next
Next
couple of
week.
days or next couple of days.
Yeah.
Provide a little bit more details and information on a little bit of a video. I don't like making
Hey
anything
guys,
long.
thanks for having me on. You guys have a good one.
Yeah,
All
thank you
right.
so much, OverQ.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna post a video, a little bit of information about this, and of course, if you want more details, reach out to me. But I do think it's something that we all do need
Yeah,
to
just
take
hit me.
advantage
Just
of,
hit
you
me
know,
up if you ready to roll, ready to get this
or at least just
thing aside.
or
Hit me up.
just have and or just have any questions because
Yeah,
it
even
really.
questions.
I always thought business credit was seen to be this mystical thing, you know, and it's not. It's very doable. It's anybody can get any
And it's so
business can
easy.
get it, and it's just a lot of small, simple steps that could mean thousands of dollars, access to thousands of dollars that you could use towards
And it's too
whatever
many
business that you
gurus.
have.
It's too many gurus on YouTube.
They're full
So
of
you don't
shit.
have to scroll through every million guru on YouTube. Hit us
You know
up
what
and it
it
can
is?
happen.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen.
8 million damn gurus. Everybody know this shit.
No, but the
It's
thing
just
is,
nuts.
it's a lot of people have it. I mean, I know I mean, some time ago, I actually went looking for more information, because I was like, this is what other people have.
They just like the
And
finance dudes on YouTube
no,
are
I'll
like
tell you,
GunTubers. Everybody know every
a lot
fucking
of times
thing.
they just give you the regurgitate material, and it's a lot of reading, and it's a lot of bullshit, and it's not no step-by-step way of how to do it properly. It's just most of bullshit, and then they
Yeah,
charge so much money. It's not real. I've seen so many, and
yeah.
I've looked in depth at a lot of them, and they're full of shit.
And I know people I dealt with in the corporate world. A lot of the businesses get done through association. It ain't fucking books in colleges and university. They associated with somebody who know how to do something and they share that information. You know what I mean? So if Cass has some particular information, she's willing to share it with you. How to get your how to get your business established, how to get your
Oh, to stop
business
building.
credit, how to establish your business credit fast and expedient as possible. And all you have to do is ask. She'll point you in the right direction. The game, the bank, we share the game because the more people that are successful on our team, the more successful we are. Birds of a feather flock together.
Mm.
You know, yeah, Shanna.
Wealth beget wealth.
Wealth begets wealth, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I would like to make sure that the a firearm is not the only thing that provides security. Financial health provides a lot of security, especially mental stability. You know what I'm saying? Because people who got it don't start fights. Like 50 Cent said, if you got it,
Oh, Chris is popping in.
you don't
What's
start
up,
fights. What's up, Chris Stevens? Yeah.
Yo.
People who have it don't start fights. You know what I mean? Or people who have it, they don't get into bullshit, or they don't play. They are more mentally sound. You know, less stress. You know,
Financial literacy.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
Joe,
financial literacy is important. But like I said, if you need help with any of this, you know,
we could
establishing business, creating a business credit, a line of
listen,
credit.
my lake house is almost done, so I actually have some time now. I have some open time, so I'm more than happy to have a 30-minute conversation with anybody about
just hit me up on IG if you want to have this conversation, and I'll plug you on
I
to
could
her.
always link them also to my
Yeah,
My
I could
Calendly.
forward you to her.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
so yeah, but if you want to know about, and she's really passionate about this.
I'm like I've
I
been
do
talking to him
I do
because
guns, cars, watches, and boats,
I
and
remember when we were saying, I said, Armel, we
she
got it.
does business
Armel was like,
and
I remember saying, I
money.
was like, Armel, we need to set this up properly. We need to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then we also need to do this. Da, da, da,
Yeah, I
da.
mean,
And then,
this business with this 2 Alpha Life, even though it's not that many followers, probably like 69 followers,
how much you got? 67? We're growing
67
slowly but
followers.
surely.
We grow it slowly but surely. But yo, I could literally like say that this LLC was an LLC done right, even though it ain't monetized and nothing like that. But every time I look at it, I'm proud of it. You know what I
We
mean?
still have a
I'm
lot
proud of
more.
what I
We still
got.
have a lot more to go and
And it's
do.
a
And
whole lot. It's a whole lot more to go.
it's really is a build up, but you just got to make sure the core is done right. And then Arma was like, because we're using a virtual kind of address. Arma was just telling me that, hey, we got mail. Some people already start
My
offering us
biggest
money.
issue with this
Remember,
business is my management of time with it.
somebody already started offering us making us some offerings because you're like, oh, we need to really go check that mail.
So this business is less than a month old, and they're throwing money at me.
So yeah, so we already
So
got some offerings. I'm like, we still have a few
it's
more
like
steps to go and do.
nah. Let me just figure
We
this.
still
Let me
have
just figure
one or
this
two
out.
other steps to do, and then we can start
Yeah.
making those kind of moves. But I mean, it is definitely a good build up. Once you set it up properly, and it's for any type of business that you have. If you're selling water, anything at all,
Yeah.
it's anything.
If you driving a goddamn Uber,
It's anything really.
anything, anything. If you want to help
Incorporate
if you want to
yourself.
help your children, if you want to help your children, build their
You can actually
T-shirt
hire your
thing.
child and just put the shred paper and
If
pay
they
them,
want to
and
do
that's a
their
tax write-off.
T-shirt thing or whatever, it's a lot of things. But for real, you need to establish getting into gun tubing or anything. You need to establish a business, create a business entity, and two, establish business credit. Both things are relatively easy, or easy, not easy as hell. So
it's a lot of little steps that just give you big results. That's really what it's a lot of little steps. That's why it's harder to do on your own because there's so many little steps. Like initially, I had a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet, and all these little tablets, and say, okay, if I do da. It can become tedious. It can be. I mean, frankly, but that's why I'm like, oh gosh, I create a system.
It's a little bit tedious, but it's
100
times less tedious than the
than
the ATF form.
No, what I'm saying is
it's easier than that damn ATF form.
A lot of what the gurus are selling is a way that make it tedious. We actually have a system, a software that would make it all the way easier, and it's user friendly, so it's not as hard. It can be, but it's not as hard.
So you just got to get connected to the right people to point you into the right direction.
All right. So,
but yeah, we got to go. My daughter's making all kinds of noise, yo. But and I got stuff in the truck, and I think it's raining.
Be careful for animals going into the U-Haul.
Yeah, I got stuff in the U-Haul. And the U-Haul door is open with the ramp down, and it's raining. We got beers in our backyard. Beers. I don't know how to pronounce that properly. A beer. So I have to close this U-Haul up and get the stuff out of my truck and put it in the U-Haul. We just moving stuff around, but yeah, thank you guys for coming in. Chris Stevens, Shanna, Jova Q, Devil Roll, Howard J, my man Rodney Brady, everybody, thank you for coming in. Like I said, if you want some more information, just hit me up on IG. And I'll point you in the right direction. If I don't know somebody, I know somebody who knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I can literally point you in the right direction. And sending a referral, that shit is easy to me. Take care, love. Love you all. Take care, fam. And Zadie, you killing me.